Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Maya. I'm going to be sharing with you my skincare routine today. I have a few products that I've been using consistently every single day, and then I also have a few products that I add in depending on how my skin is feeling, and I will just share that with you now. So my skin has been really dry lately. I am about 23 weeks pregnant, and in the first trimester, my skin was so oily. I was getting a lot of clogged pores, acne, and recently I've just been so dry. My skin has been very even. However, in this lighting, you'll see some irritation. I recently tried a face tanner, a face fake tanner by Amanda Harrington. It's a mist style tan that you like buff in, you can contour with. I am gonna have a review on that after this video. But so I put that on yesterday only, and I broke out with some irritation, but this is how my skin is looking. So I didn't do it on the rest of my body, but my face was feeling a little pale. So anyway, I'm gonna show you how I deal with, because this is how my skin reacts. If my skin doesn't like a certain product, if it's too cold outside, if it's too hot outside, if, you know, just anything can make my skin get irritated like this. And it's not so much red. I mean, there is some redness, but there's more so like texture. And I feel like you can see the texture. And then I also have some dry skin on my nose. So for cleanser, I use the Biologique Recherche Lait EV. That cleanser is meant for dry skin. I also have Lait U for oily skin and acne prone skin, but I've been using actually Lait EV lately because my skin has been so dry. I also have here the lotion P50 Pigum 400. This exfoliating lotion is supposed to like brighten dark marks, just like brighten the skin, even the skin tone out. And it's been working. And like, I don't want this reaction to fool you. This routine that I have here has been working so well for my sensitive skin. So I really, I really like this lotion. And I also have the lotion P50V for when I just want a little bit of a more aggressive toner. But I don't use that one every day. I use it like once a week, maybe. So I've been using this lately. I'm gonna just shake it up. Gonna apply it to a Shiseido cotton. I like to soak it, the cotton pad up, and then I like to press it in the areas where I get the most pigmentation. So that's been my nose and cheek area. Since pregnancy, I've been getting a lot of freckles, and I'm just trying to prevent those like melasma spots. I don't want that like butterfly darkness on my face. And actually, I shouldn't be demonstrating down. You're supposed to lift up. But don't forget your ears and behind your ears. And also the back of your neck. And I'm gonna go down on my chest a little. I'm just gonna switch the pad over and just try to get more of my hairline. And don't forget your lips. So I find that this and the P50W are the most gentle formulas, but I might be mistaken on that. However, for pregnancy, you shouldn't use the 1970 formulas, but this and the formulas without the phenol are safe for pregnancy. So this is safe. Everything that I'm using is safe for pregnancy. The next thing that I've been doing is going in with Placenta Serum, and I like to shake these too. So if you don't have irritation like I do, you don't need to use placenta every day, but I find that it just helps to keep my skin calm. My skin freaks out for anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. I've been doing it every day. If I'm not as sensitive or like I don't have any reaction and it's been like that for a few days, I might skip it. But just for my crazy reactive skin, I've been using it. So shake that up, and I use about 10 drops. Oops, that was a little more. And I kind of like to avoid the eye area for this serum in particular, because I find that it makes me a little puffy under the eyes. And I've heard that from a few of my subscribers. They also have found that it makes them puffy under the eyes. But if you are losing color or losing volume under your eyes, maybe this would be a good option. I just don't know. So yeah, that's already soaked in. The next thing I do is, so I'm gonna show you this today, dermopore, because I'm actually not gonna use it on my nose because I'm peeling on my nose, but I'm gonna use it in these areas. I find that when I have irritation like this, my skin needs a little bit more purifying than occlusive hydrating. So I'm gonna just use like 1 drop in each area. I don't do this every day. I like to save dermopore after I have cleaned out the blackheads in my nose. I find that if I use it when I have not done that, it really doesn't do anything for me. I also really like to use it if I'm having this irritation in this kind of area of my face, but not a lot. I'll just do like 1 and 1. I will also, as a preventative measure, take the excess on my chin and then do 1 drop on my forehead, because I find that I get like a few clogged pores like here, like 1 on my forehead, but I like to just keep that area clear, and then I'll just bring the excess to my chin. I again don't do this every single day, but when I do, I'll put it in my T-zone area. The only reason why I'm skipping my nose today is because it was peeling this morning. And I think it was peeling because of the fake tan that I used, so not very normal for me. And also we've been inside, so it's really stuffy. We don't have a humidifier, which I should get. So my skin has just been feeling really tight, like just thirsty. Next I have is elastin, and I like to shake the serum up too. Actually, yeah, I'll do this first. I haven't been using this all over my face. It depends on my mood. But I use this morning and night, especially around my eye area. And I'll do 2 drops per eye. And it just feels so like, it feels so moisturizing and plumping. I really love the way it feels around my eye. And I just kind of bring it down. After I do this is what I do every day. I bring it down in this area because that's where I find that I have the wrinkles, around my eyes and in that area. So you can use this all over your face, and I probably would if I didn't have this reaction everywhere. But for now, I'm just doing it around my eyes and in my laugh lines. And that's it. I find that I tend to reach for this also when my skin is feeling a little more dehydrated, which it does feel like, but I already have this distributed a little in this area already. I'm not gonna overdo it, just because with my sensitive skin, I find that sometimes when I like overdo the moisture, it also like occlusive or just like hydrating products, it does also react. but I can already tell that my skin is like happy. It's like been fed and it's slightly like calming down. The next thing I have is a sample, not a sample, but a friend of mine, he decanted, he's so sweet, he decanted a little bit of the original extrait tissulaire serum, and I've been cherishing this small thing for such a long time. I'm almost done with it, but once I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna buy Amniotique. So I'll just take like, I don't know, about a nickel size, and I use this one all over my face. It instantly feels so comforting. So the reason I want to try Amniotique after this is because I feel like this hasn't been enough moisture for me. I know I just like said I don't want to like overdo the moisture, but this is very, very light. And I find that more often than not, I just feel tight even after I use the extrait tissulaire. So this is the old formula. I find that the new extrait tissulaire is not as hydrating as the old formula, and that's more of a reason why I want to buy the Amniotique after this is done. And a hydrating serum is something that I will always keep on hand, and I think what I will do is just alternate between extrait tissulaire and Amniotique depending on how dry or normal my skin is feeling. If you have oily skin, acne prone skin, and still need some like a lightly moisturizing serum, extrait tissulaire is beautiful for that. It'll balance you out really nicely without overdoing it. If you have slightly drier skin, try Amniotique, and if you have severely dry skin, try colostrum. I find that colostrum is just too much for me. Sometimes I'll use it in this area when I'm like where I'm the most dry, because I have like just a small amount left, but normally I just don't touch that serum. I kind of save it for my neck and my chest area. And when I don't have a shirt on, I'll bring all of these products down my chest too. But instead of doing that, I think I might purchase like a firming serum, either Collagen Marin or VG Tinsel, to use exclusively on my neck and chest, and then also a cream to use exclusively on my chest and neck. I've just been trying to use up what I have that's not Biologique in that area just to get it over with. So I'm not going to show you that because I'm not really like crazy about those products. The last serum that I have that I want to show you is the Future Beauty Drops number 3. I loved the serum when I first got it. I wasn't using the Biologique exclusively back then because my skin was like oily, clogged, acne prone, just like out of whack, and I was reaching just for this serum. I find that if I use all of the Biologique serums and then add this on top, it's way too much moisture for me. So when my skin is like breaking out, not behaving, I have a lot of clogged pores, I'll just use this serum and maybe just the elastin around my eyes for the smoothing. And I don't bring this around my eye area, but I'm gonna skip this for now. I know I have a lot of the irritation, but I wanted to use the placenta on the irritation because this is not acne, these are not clogged pores. But if they turn into that, because sometimes this reaction can, I will go in with this. So if you have like just acne prone skin, normal to oily, this like could be the only serum you use. It is that hydrating, but it's very balancing and purifying. So if you want like a one and done serum, this is a really good one. I have found I do really like this. I'm very interested to try the rest. But yeah, I'm not going to use this one today. The next thing I do want to show you this mist. I love this mist. This is a really nice mist. When my skin is feeling too sensitive to use the lotion P50, I'll go ahead and use this. I'll also use it if I want just a little bit of brightening, oxygenating. This has like some vitamin C based ingredients in here to brighten and even and tone your skin. I'll just show you. Again, I like to shake all these products. Oh, I love this serum. You can use it even after your P50, in place of your P50, before your serums, after your serums. You can use this at any point in your routine. I love this. This is my second bottle of it, and I know it's crazy, but I don't think I'll be without this serum or this mist. I cannot use vitamin C serums, and I find that this is adequately like brightening for my sensitive skin. Like, this is Biologique is like, I love it. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is Emulsion Original Regenerante. I purchased the full size, but it's currently living in the fridge because I'm trying to use up all my samples of it. I really like this for when I need moisture and I have some sensitivity. This is pretty hydrating, but I find that it's not hydrating enough. If I use this with my like normal leaning on dry skin, this is not enough, even with all of the serums underneath. During this kind of time, it is April and the sun is not out. It's been cloudy. Every day is different. It ranges from like 30 to 50 degrees every day. So it's my skin, there's no moisture in the air. So I find that this routine with Emulsion Original is not enough for my skin. I have to top it off with a finishing serum. And right now I'm just trying to use up the Grande millesime finishing serum. This is not my favorite. It can be a little bit aggressive for my skin. I much prefer the Fluid VIPO2, and I will purchase that one after this is done. So I also want to mention, I also bought the Mask Vernix, and I love that. And actually, that might be a really good cream to put on this reaction that I have. I find that even though it feels so occlusive, it doesn't like it doesn't make me break out more. For some reason, it feels so like, I don't know, it feels so like nourishing and healing, even though it has that sort of occlusive feel. So I could use that right now, but I plan on using the self tanner again too. So I don't want something too thick. I want the self tanner to kind of like sink into my skin. So that's why I'm using this. Anyway, but if I use that during the day, I'll just mix it in with the Emulsion Original. So I'll put a little of the Emulsion, I'll put a little bit of the Vernix, and just mix it together for my day cream. And that's what I've been doing lately. I think once I finish the Emulsion Original, I think I'm gonna just stick to my cream elastin marin. Yeah. I like this, and I like the texture, and I like the smell, and I just feel like it's not enough on its own, and it's still more expensive than elastin marin. But if you have like slightly more normal skin than I do, you might really like this. If you just want like a very basic moisturizer. This is not going to firm your skin. This is not going to tighten your pores. This is not going to get rid of your acne. This is just going to be balancing and calming. And if you have oily skin, you might also really like this, even though it says like not suited for oily skin on the websites or something, not suited for acne prone skin. If you prefer like a more emollient and thicker cream versus like the more matte creams that Biologique offers, I find that like, I hope I'm not talking too fast, but I find that the yeast creams from Biologique leave sort of a matte finish. If you are not a fan of that and you don't mind just a little bit more moisture, because this is not very moisturizing, I think you might like this. This is a very easy cream to use. So I'm not upset I bought it, but that's what it looks like. And then it's very, very, very lightweight. if you've tried the Tatcha Dewy Cream, it's much lighter than that, but it has a very similar like texture. It's got that like watery feel, but still like bouncy and hydrating. It's not like the water cream from Tatcha. What else can I compare it to? I don't know. It's very nice cream. It's very lightweight. I find that it is very similar to the Tatcha Dewy Cream. It has a little more like, feels a little silkier. This formula has oils in it, and it feels like that dry oil kind of texture. And it does leave a dewy finish. I do really love this one. And actually this was a really good option. I feel like if I would have gone in with Vernix, it may have been a little too much with the reaction I'm feeling right now. So yeah, this is a very beautiful cream. And that's the finish it leaves on your skin. My skin feels so balanced right now. And all I'm gonna do, and this is what I love finishing serums for, is after you put all this on, you feel amazing, right? Your skin feels so calm, so balanced, but sometimes you feel like you lose that moisture throughout the day. The finishing serum will just make it last longer, this feeling. And I didn't appreciate the finishing serums for what they were. I found that I was using them for like priming reasons before I put my makeup on, because it leaves a beautiful finish like before your makeup. But I didn't truly appreciate how it kept me moisturized throughout the day, because only recently have I felt so dehydrated, despite how much water I'm drinking and all the products I'm using to keep it balanced. So I'm just like taking 2 squirts. You don't want to use too much of this. And this is a that feels so nice. So if you are afraid of clogging your pores and you want very thin layers of moisture, Biologique has really nice options. If you have, so you saw this routine for my sensitive, dry, like normal to dry skin. And if you have even drier skin, there are so many options for you. But if you have oily skin and you find that you don't want so much moisture that the Emulsion Original gives, there are other emulsions like Emulsion Biosensible SR for sebum regulating, and that one would be really great for oily and acne prone skin not wanting a bunch of moisture. And then if you want to just top it off with a finishing serum just to ensure that everything is like you've got enough moisture, maybe pair that with Renovateur 14. That one is a really good finishing serum for people with acne prone skin. That would be like a good kind of like moisturizer duo. But again, that Emulsion Biosensible SR is very, very light. It's lighter than this. So yeah. And if you have like super dry skin, drier skin than I do, you have so many options. You can use like I love how silky my skin is feeling. So that's the Glow, even though I have a lot of redness, but the texture has like gone down. There's no more like raised bumps there. Like it's just slightly raised, but not as badly as it was when I first started this routine. And throughout the day, I'll notice that this will just like settle down completely. I really like, I love this routine. and I feel like I know better how to like balance it. So yeah, if I was just gonna say, if you have dry skin, maybe emulsion, and you don't want to spend too much money, maybe cream, elastin, marine, and then top it off with fluid ViPO2 or Silk Plus. Fluid ViPO2 leaves a more matte texture, and if you have oily skin, you might want to try that too. But Renovator 14 is like, I feel like a more breathable finishing serum. If you want a more occlusive, then I would go with Fluid ViPO2, and then if you want even more hydration, then Silk Plus, and then maybe Complex Royale, and then actually Serum Grande Millesime is very moisturizing as well. But yeah, so you have so many options, and I know I just like talked a bunch. But if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer. You can also reach me at my Instagram. I'll also leave that down below. And then if you're interested in seeing the review for the Amanda Harrington tan, please stay tuned. I'll be posting that soon. I bought a face tanner, but I want just like a slightly like gold, like more, I mean, I'm not too pale, but I just want like a slightly bronzier tint. So I'm just gonna mix it in with my body lotion to see how it works out, because I don't want to buy more fake tan. I just want to use what I have. So yeah, please stay tuned if you want to see that. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.